STEM through First Robotics by Karen Fisher, the University of Central Florida. The objective of this presentation is to encourage teachers to utilize STEM programs like First Robotics to engage and excite students. So what is STEM? STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Sometimes you might hear STEAM, which adds an A in there for art, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. What is FIRST Robotics? FIRST stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. If you would like to see more, there's a 3-minute video attached. I invite you to go to YouTube and watch the video. It's a great video to watch. So why is STEM important? Because it pervades every aspect of our life, especially at this day and age. Technology is everywhere, and it's only going to grow. So why should we even be concerned about STEM? Well, look at the job growth in the different areas. 14% growth for all jobs by 2020. But look at your STEM jobs. Biomedical engineers, 62% growth by 2020. That's where the demand is. That's where the people are going to be hiring, not in the manufacturers that we're used to. So this is something that we need to excite our kids about, because this is where the jobs are going to be, and we need to help these kids become employable and excited about learning how to become successful in these types of jobs. Another way we can get kids excited about this is by showing them how much they can make in some of these jobs. Check out your computer software engineer, almost $100,000. Now you see at the bottom there, the dark blue, your US mean is below $50,000. We want to let kids know that these are things that they can become successful in, and because there's demand for the jobs, there's going to be higher pay. And if this is what kids have aspirations, then this is something that they can do. So where are we now? Well, right now, only 52% of our high school seniors are proficient in reading, 45% in math, and 30% in science. If you look on the right-hand side, we're 23rd. The United States is 23rd in science and only 31st in math compared to the other countries. If you look at some of those countries, they're small countries, yet they're graduating more students in STEM majors than the whole United States. Right now, they're doing this. Right now, if things continue, the United States is going to lose its competitive edge. And let me show you some more about that. If you look at, this is called a leaky pipeline. If you look on the left-hand side, you'll see the high school class of 2005. When those kiddos started as 9th graders, there was over 4 million of them. However, only 2.8 of them actually graduated from high school, and out of those, only 1.9 million went on to college. Out of that 1.9, only 1.3 million were actually ready for college work. The rest of them had to take remedial classes to even begin college after high school. Out of those 1.3 million, only 300,000 were majoring in STEM fields. And out of that 300,000, only 167,000 were projected to graduate in 2011. 167,000 students does not even fill what we're going to need in our military. We have 167,000 people retiring, engineers, just for our military. So if we can't even fill our military jobs, what is it going to mean for innovation in our country, for industry? It's just, this is so important to our country, for our future, that we get these kids excited and engaged in STEM learning, because we need this in our country. So what are we going to do as educators? Well, one of the things that I propose is to engage these students in STEM learning. And you can do this through First Robotics competitions. First Robotics starts out with your junior FLL and goes all the way up to the FRC, which you see on the right-hand side there. So let's talk about the junior FLL. That's where you introduce your 6 to 9-year-olds to the fun of science and technology. You challenge them based on annual FLL real-world themes. The kids will explore, investigate, design, and build models made with Lego bricks and moving parts. They also create posters that depict the team's experience. And they will learn alongside with the adult mentors. And so these kids will begin designing to solve a problem, a real world problem. Next we have our FLL teams. FLL stands for First Lego Leagues. This is where kids grades 4 through 8 apply math and science concepts to research, design, build, and program autonomous robots. They use the Lego Mindstorm technology. They gain hands-on experience solving real-world problems. They actually have a robot, build a robot that plays a game or completes missions at tournaments. And they have a research project. They combine the research project, they give presentations to judges, and between the missions that the robot does, there's several awards and categories that these kids earn. They're going to learn from and interact with adult mentors and work as a group to overcome obstacles and challenges. It's all based on collaboration. They also will engage with their community. One team I was involved with actually designed a heat-seeking robot that would find people during floods. And then they went to a fire station to explain their project to them to see how realistic it was. They also invite speakers in to talk to them. Next is First Tech Challenge, or FTC, and it's a widely accessible, hands-on high school robotics team. It inspires kids in grades 7 through 12. Even though it's primarily in the high school, they will allow 7th and 8th graders on the teams, and they participate in science and technology. These kids get to design, build, program, and compete with the robots, also using Lego Mindstorm and Tetrix material. They get hands-on programming and rapid prototype experience. The program most of the teams use is called Robot C, which is an easier version of C++. It's a derivative of C++. And they also start to learn CAD, or computer aided designs, which is provided. They'll apply real-world math and science concepts. They're going to learn the engineering process. They also learn strategic problem solving, organizational skills, and team building. They also learn about gracious professionalism. Actually, all the first term teams learn about that, where they compete like crazy, but also treat each other like you would a family member. You help other teams out. One team can be in your alliance in one match, and then the next match they're your competitor. But regardless, you help other teams. The last competition provided by First is called First Robotics Competition. This one is called the Varsity Sport of the Mind. This is your big robots. They can be up to 120 pounds, 6 feet tall. There are strict rules with limited resources and time limits. These kids will design, build, and program a robot in 6 weeks time period. Just like an engineer will have a time period that they need to work within. Students are mentored by professional engineers, and they learn to use sophisticated programming, like Java. What is the academic impact? Well, even though the stated mission is to inspire, they also educate. These kids are going to learn math, including algebra, geometry, trigonomics, and calculus. They're going to incorporate some of the science that they learn, including physics, chemistry, and then just experimentation, trial and error. Language arts, they're going to write. They have public speaking. They're going to be invited out to conferences, especially engineering conferences, to explain what they do. They're going to learn business, marketing. They could design their own logos, their own t-shirts. They do their own brochures, flyers, fundraising, accounting. These kids learn a lot more than just build robots. The robot is what gets them in. All the teams need different types of students, including graphic design artists and even cheerleader types. The students will receive points by having the most spirit. And they receive awards for these type of things. They're also going to look at computer science, including programming, 3D animation. There's a competition for 3D animation. They're going to learn fabrication, including woodworking and metalworking. These kids are going to be taught how to use drill presses and bandsaws. They will have mentorships and work side by side with professionals. These kids have been invited to complete internships at different engineering firms in the area. They learn teamwork, everything is collaborative, gracious professionalism, and cooperation. These kids also will be offered scholarships that are not available to other kids because every single student who competes on a first team, unlike other sports or even the arts, have the ability to turn professional. There is a job out there for every kid who participates in this and who wants to pursue a degree and become a professional engineer, a scientist, a computer scientist, anything in technology. They can do it. If you want to learn more about starting a FIRST robotics team, go to usfirst.org. And the Florida Department of Education has rolled out at the high school level 4 years of robotics curriculum and standards. Take a look at their website as well. You can do this after school or during school. But either way, let's engage our students.